Hi there, and welcome to Saving Supermom. I'm Heather, a stay-at-home mom to two amazing girls, sharing how my family of four makes life work on one income. Here on this channel, I'm all about finding that sweet spot between saving smart and enjoying life to its fullest. From Budget With Me videos to fun grocery hauls, you'll find plenty of tips, tricks, and hopefully some inspiration to help you create a budget that works for your life. If that sounds like your kind of content, hit that subscribe button and join our budgeting community. Let's jump into today's video. I first want to start off with a disclaimer that I might have some cutting in here because I am filming during my kids' nap time, and my oldest is 4 and she is currently reading books and having a snack, so she may interrupt a couple of times, but it is what it is. And if you are a parent, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then secondly, I know there's shadows. I am in the basement of our home and where my office is, and I'm still trying to figure out lighting. I know I do need a lamp to offset the shadows, but I'm still renovating, so just bear with me. It's all a process. Okay, so I am going to start off with our monthly budget overview. I'm going to speed you through this process because it's going to be just me filling in all of the categories, and then we can go over the budget together since this is a new budget since I've been MIA from my channel. Things will look different. Some things will look the same because we still have the same car, etc. Same Wi-Fi and phone bill and all that stuff. So some things may look the same, but a lot looks different, including the income. So, without further ado, please sit back, enjoy the music, and I will be right back. Okay, so we are starting off new January 2025. Happy New Year. We will hop right into paychecks. So we still put a percentage away before I cash stuff. So like previous videos, you do not see my husband's entire paycheck. We only work with what I cash stuff for bills and debt and sinking funds. We automatically put a certain amount towards our general savings every single paycheck, and so I do not work with his entire paycheck. However, we had a 401k loan that was automatically pulled out every single paycheck, and that is officially paid off, and we had our last payment, I believe the second paycheck of December. So that was before, it was like $22 and some change. a paycheck. So I am now working with $3,040 a month. My husband gets paid weekly, so this is based off of 4 paychecks. We do have magic months where he gets 5 paychecks, but I am just basing it off of a generalized 4-week month. And then he also earns a commission bonus, and it is guaranteed. He is officially starting January 1st, 1 year in his new position as manager. So his commission bonus is guaranteed. He gets a percentage that gives us roughly $2,000 a month. However, because it is based off of commission, it is a varied thing. So it could be more. It's never been less, so this is what I always budget off of. So when we do receive the bonus paycheck, I do put the overage into our sinking funds and debt. But I do base every month off of the $2,000. So in total, every month we work with $5,040. So I'm going to hop down here. So I budget the same exact amount of gasoline for our vehicles and groceries every single week. I have been doing this for the entirety of the 3 years I've been cash stuffing. It just works for my family. If you need or want to do something different, please. Obviously, I am not a financial advisor. I am not a professional. I have just 3 years of experience of doing this on my own budget. So this is just what works for us. And if it doesn't work for you, that is okay too. So for gasoline for our 2 vehicles, which I will tell you, we have 2 vehicles. One vehicle is only driven locally. The other vehicle is the main vehicle, and he takes that to work every single day. So we budget $200 a month for gasoline. And then groceries, I budget $600 a month. And that breaks down to $150 a week. Mortgage is very different from if you are a returning subscriber. Our old mortgage was, I believe, $860 or $870. I don't even remember anymore. Our new mortgage is $1,755. So $1,755 is our new mortgage. DTE is our gas and electric, and it is combined. So I budget $250 a month. Xfinity is our Wi-Fi and our phone. So I budget $265. It did go up. We were paying around $230, and we started noticing that after we moved, it went up a little bit, which is not a big deal. I just had to adjust our numbers. Our loan is the same loan that we've had. It is a debt consolidation loan we did last year, I believe. And it was a $16,000 loan. We now have moved under or around $11,000. I will put it on the screen how much we are currently at as of making the December payment. But that is $385 a month. Subscriptions, we kind of smush all of our subscriptions into one, because I do put it into our joint checking account, and it just automatically comes out as the subscriptions pay out. So it did bump up because we do have a couple of new subscriptions. So we are now paying $150 a month. Water, it is, so at our old house, we used to pay every 60 days. In this house, we pay every 90 days. So I do $40 a month. We do have a pool in our backyard, and we also went from 1 bathroom to 3 bath. So we were expecting water to significantly increase, but being here for 6 months and in the thick of summertime where we were using our pool, we did have to fill our pool and open our pool ourselves. We have noticed that our water is roughly the same price that we were paying at our old house for 60 days, except ours is 90 days. So technically, if you want to break it down, we're paying less water here than we were at the old house, which is absolutely shocking to us, and we are so happy. Okay, and then the last two, so our car note, this is our lease, and it stayed the same from before. It's still $370 a month. And then the new added expense / bill is medical. So before we moved, we were on a different medical insurance that we did not have to pay monthly. However, we do have to pay monthly now. We have a new insurance, and it actually just started on the 1st of this year. So we are already a month ahead. We are still a month ahead. If you will watch, or if you're a returning subscriber and you watched my previous videos, you know that we are a month ahead. We are a month ahead on all of our bills. So I'll do a little sidebar. If you don't know what being a month ahead is, it just means that every paycheck I stuff from January goes towards February's bills, because I already have enough money in my account to already pay all of January's bills. I do it a little bit differently than some other budgeters in this community, which is absolutely okay. You do whatever works for you. But for what I do specifically is I pay our mortgage, DTE, our loan, and our credit cards the first day of the month, so that I can just, wash my hands and not have to worry about it. Everything else I put into a separate account. We have 2 different checking accounts. One checking account, I pay for everything that I want to pay at the beginning of the month, and then I don't have to worry about it. The other account is our joint checking account, and that is what I put in for the rest of the bills that kind of just pull out as the month goes on. They're auto withdrawals, so I just put the money in it and I forget about it, and I know that the money is there, so I don't have to think twice. I don't have to worry about it. I know a lot of people have majority, if not all, of their bills on auto draft, and a lot of people have what they call a cushion. And a cushion is essentially, if my bills total up to, right here it says $4,480, so they have at the very minimum $4,480 in their cushion, and things pull out as the month goes on, and then they just replenish their cushion for the next month. It works in many different ways. I like to pay off things that I know are not in auto withdrawal on the first of the month, so that I don't have to think back like, oh, my mortgage is due on the 5th. I have to remember, okay, I have to pay mortgage on the 5th so that I don't have late fees. Instead of worrying about that, I just pay it on the 1st. I hope that makes sense, and I know that was long-winded, but if you are new to budgeting, there's a little bit of insight for you. So, cycling back to medical. So, medical is my health insurance, my dental, and my vision. So, this is also for a family of 4, and it is $465 a month. So, all of these totaled up comes to $4,480 a month. And if we take that away from the total that we bring home of $5,040, we will have $560 left over. So the $560 that I am budgeting will then go to sinking funds and debt. I am not going to fill this out because I'm going to be actually doing it differently this year. Usually my sinking funds I stuff weekly, but because we now have a larger weekly expense and bill stuffing, I am usually only left with about $40 a week. So I'm going to be doing savings challenges with the weekly extra, and then when we get the bonus, we will have a larger of leftover money, and that's when we'll do our sinking funds. So things will look a little bit different on this channel, but I am so excited, and I have not done any type of savings challenge games with any of you. We only ever did the emergency fund and then my 52-week monthly challenge, and that was it. So I'm excited to start bringing in other budgeting channels into my savings challenge videos, and every single time I have a savings challenge video up, I will put the other channels in my description so that you can follow them as well, because they are just as amazing, and I absolutely love this community so much. Okay, so now we are going to take our monthly budget overview and we are going to break it down, and we are going to do our weekly budget overview. So I will be right back and I will fill all of this in. I will not bore you, so please sit back and enjoy some more music. Okay, so we are working on paycheck number 1, week 1. I will say that this month is a magic month, so when we do the bonus paycheck, that is going to be all, that's going to be including the magic month paycheck. So this one is going 100% towards bills. So we have $760 to work with. And if I break it down, I'm going to try and do it straight. If I break it down, we are doing $50 for gas. And I actually don't stuff this. So I'm going to just over here write virtual, because we do just keep that in the account, and he just takes his card and swipes it whenever he needs gas, but we do budget the $50. Groceries is getting $150. Actually, I'm going to, from now on, I'm not even going to write gas because we're not going to stuff it. So just for today's sake, we're going to keep it there. So groceries is $150. Mortgage is $150. DTE is $45. Xfinity is $45. Loan is $60. Subscriptions is $30. Water is $10. Car note is $80. And medical is $100. So we are going to total this up and see how much we are working with. So we are working with $720. So our income down here, I think you can see this. Down here is $760 total. Our expenses is $720. So between debt and sinking funds, we will only have $40 to work with. And that is going to go towards our savings challenge videos, which will be a different video. And now I'm going to zoom you back out and we're going to do a bill breakdown. If any of you are new to the budgeting community and cash stuffing, a bill breakdown is what we need cash-wise from the bank teller. So I created this. I've created all of these papers that I am using today. I do not sell them currently, but I am working on it. However, let's move on to the description. I will write everything down from the weekly budget overview sheet, and I will be right back. Okay, so I am now going to write the amount that I need in total, and then over here we have 100s, 50s, 20s, 10s, 5, and singles. I do not need any singles, so this will be blank, but I will write the amount and then I will explain how I break down each description for each expense. Okay, so as we stated in the weekly budget, I have $150 for groceries, $150 for mortgage, $45 for both DTE and Xfinity. My loan is $60, subscriptions is $30, water is $10, car note is $80, medical is $100, and then we have $40 left over, and that is going towards savings challenges. So for groceries, I like to keep bills as small as possible so that my envelopes don't get too stuffed throughout the month. So I like to have the highest amount of bills that I can have. For example, Loan is $60. I could do 6 10s. I could do 3 20s. But what I want to do is the least amount of bills. So I'm only going to do a 50 and a 10. And I will do that when I get down to there. But I'm going to do that for all of them. So groceries is 150. And I do use cash at the grocery store. I like to use cash because it keeps me on a budget. It keeps me accountable for how much money I'm working with so I don't go over. And anything that I do have left over, I use as fun money, or I put it aside for future stuffing for other savings challenges or sinking funds. Mortgage is $150, and I will do a $100 bill and a $50 bill. I also do numbers, not tallies, because I used to do tallies and I got confused very quickly. So you'll see what I'm talking about right next. But DTE is 45, so I'll go over to the $20 bill, and I'm going to put 2 20s. That equals $40, and then 1 5, so that equals $45. And I'm going to do the same thing for Xfinity. 2 20s and a 5 equals $45. Loan is $60, so I'm going to do a 50 and a 10. Subscriptions is $30, and I'm going to do a 20 and a 10. Water is $10, so I'm going to do 10. Car note is $80, so I'm going to do a 50, a 20, and a 10. So that is 50, 70, and 80. And then medical, I'm going to do a $100 bill. The only thing with savings challenges, because I want to broaden the amount of games and stuff that I can play, I'm going to do $40 in 5s. So that is 8 5s, I believe. Let me double check my work. Yes, it is 8 5s. So I'm going to go over to the 5s, and I'm going to write 8. So now I'm going to go all the way down here. The total should be 710 because we are not stuffing the gas. So 710. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to make sure that everything's in frame. Okay. So I'm going to go up here and count how many hundreds I have. I have 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to write 3 right here. 50s, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I have 4 50s. 20s, 2, 4, 5, 6 20s. 10s, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 10s. And 5s, I have 8, 9, and 10. So now we're going to go down here and double check our work. So 3 times 100 is 300. 4 times 50 is 200. 6 times 20 is 120. 4 times 10 is 40. And then 10 times 5 is 50. Now I'm going to add up all of these and make sure it comes to $710. And it does. So what I like to do is on my phone, I have in my notes a breakdown 100, 50, 20, 10, etc. And I just put these numbers here. If you want to physically bring something in, you can just quickly write it down on a sticky note, or a lot of the other budgeters in the community have some trackers that you can buy digitally or physically, and the physical ones usually are laminated, so you can just clean them off and reuse it. I do plan on having my own variation of that in the future when I do open up my Etsy shop, but that is again a future plan. But for now, I just use my phone and then I tell the teller what exactly I need. So now I am going to hop on over to the bank, and I will see you in the next video with the actual cash stuffing. So that is all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you don't miss what's next. Always remember, you are amazing, you are worthy, and you are more than enough. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.